Good morning, everyone. Connie here, and today I'm going to share with you Psalm 61. So I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to share some thoughts on it. So if you want to grab your Bibles and read along, Psalm 61. Hear my cry, O God, listen to my prayer. From the ends of the earth I call to you. I call as my heart grows faint. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I, for you have been my refuge, a strong tower against the foe. I long to dwell in your tent forever and take refuge in the shelter of your wings. For you, God, have heard my voice. You have given me the inheritance of those who fear your name. Increase the days of the king's life. His years for many generations may be throned in God's presence forever. Appoint your love and faithfulness to protect him. Then I will sing in praise of your name and fulfill my vows day after day. This is one of my favourite psalms. I love it. There's two verses in particular that we're looking at and just spend a bit of time on. The first one is lead me to the rock that is higher than I. Just the end of verse 2 there. I love that idea that God is the rock that is higher than us. He's not just this rock, he's just not this strong foundation, but the idea that he's higher than us, he's above us. Sometimes we need that reminder. Sometimes we need to know that God's thoughts is above our own, that his will is above our own, that his a love for us is above our own, and that's something to be comforted by. That's something to rest in. In my Bible, it actually has a note about this verse in particular. I'm just going to read it out because I think it says it just as I can't say it any better, really. So it says this: aware of his own fragility, the psalmist longed for the stability and security he could find in God, his rock of strength. God is unshakable. He is unaltered in purpose, not at all fazed by opposition or resistance. Nothing can challenge his strength. The psalmist was wise to recognize his own vulnerability, turning to lean on someone whose position is forever fixed, trusting in his immovable God. I love the idea that the psalmist was aware of his own fragility, right? He's aware of his own limitations. And I think at a time like this, we are confronted by that. We're confronted with our own limitations as a society, as a people, as individuals. And his reaction isn't to despair, his reaction isn't to get discouraged, but his reaction is then to just turn to God, knowing and giving him the position of being the rock that is higher. And I love that idea that he's the rock that is higher. But with that sort of idea and that, concept of God being this rock that's higher, we get to the sense, well then, he's unreachable, and it makes him seem far away. But the most beautiful part of this verse is the first bit. It says, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. God is not just this rock that's higher, but he's a God who will take us by the hand and lead us. And I think when you look at like when Josh did it a few months ago on Psalm 23, and that idea that he's the good shepherd, that he leads us beside still waters, he brings us to the green pastures. It's an idea that he knows that sometimes we don't have the ability to do things that are for our own good. So he knows that sometimes actually he needs to carry us there. And he's willing to do that, and that's such good news, and that's something to really hold on to. Another verse that I love in this psalm is verse 4. I will dwell in your tent forever, take refuge in the shelter of your wings. I think Megan Turner mentioned this in her worship recommendation yesterday, and the idea of spend time in God's presence. And I love that. There's another psalm in the Bible that talks about, I'd rather be a doorkeeper in the house of the Lord than dwell in the courts of the ungodly. And that is it. Like, that has always been my prayer, and that's always been my desire. And the idea that I'd rather be a doorkeeper, I'd rather just sit outside the door of God's house than dwell or spend time in a place that he's not. And during this, I've been really, really encouraged to just find him and seek him and sit in his presence. And Lucy's also encouraged us with that a few weeks ago whenever she talked about the Mary and Martha encounter, and the idea that what Martha missed out on was sitting on the feet of Jesus. And that's the greatest thing that we could ever be a part of, and that invitation's always open. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not hard to get in there. It's not hard to be in that position. You just need to go. And I love the idea that there's this God that is the rock that is higher than us. Is a God that not just invites us to believe in him or trust in him, but he invites us just into his home, into his presence. He just invites us to spend time with him, and that's enough. So I hope that encourages you guys today, and I encourage you to go and spend time with God and remember and that He is the rock that is higher than all your worries, all your anxieties, everything that's coming your way. And there's a comfort in that. So I hope you guys are encouraged by that. Thank you.